Sorry, I'm a little late. I need to turn this over this way. Apologize for me being late. It seems like XSplit is very, very struggling. So I'm going to have to shut it down and restart it because it is struggling. This is the reason why I was late. So give me a second. Okay. This camera needs pushed down just a little bit. Alright. Okay. Doesn't seem like it's struggling. Alright, what happened last time? Do you remember, Di? And yes, we did finish a chapter last stream. You there, Di? I'm back again. You remember what happened last time? Yes? No? Maybe? Yes, and we did finish a chapter last stream. Oh, come on, you should be able to remember this one. Yes, we found out that she was the one that's blind. And our blind pianist... I know. Our blind pianist is acting out the blindness. Anything else you remember from last stream? Come on, you better remember that cliffhanger. Darian is now a suspect. Lemuror named him a suspect because she remembered the sound of his voice. We also remember that Romain Latouche is an Interpol agent. July 9th, 2:12 p.m. Wright Anything Agency. Hey, Paulo. What? Well, you know, actually, nothing. I mean, something, or maybe not. Out with it. The suspense is giving me an ulcer. Go see a doctor to get that fixed there, Apollo. Well, you know, the trial today, I was thinking, if you gave it a score, what score would you give it? Score? Gee. I guess I would or maybe, well, bah, I'm just as bad as you! See? It's so vague. Clearly, Machi avoided a guilty verdict, which is something. So I can't say I'm any less confused about the case. I asked Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll find their answer intriguing. IPXX314206, the agent registered under that number was Romain Letouce. And the victim, Mr. Letouce, who would have guessed he was an actual undercover Interpol agent. What a mess. We don't have any idea what he was investigating. Well, true, but we know who shot him now. Lemieux told the whole court. Wait, that voice just now. It was him. I'm sure of it. That voice I heard talking to Mr. Letouce when I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Darien. It's another mystery, Apollo. I love mysteries. I don't. Speaking of mysteries, what's Mr. Wright up to? I wouldn't mind asking his opinion. Now that you mention it, I haven't seen Daddy around. What? Is he some kind of a stray that just wanders in and out of at will? I wouldn't say that, but he has been going out a lot. Some top secret mission, he said. Top secret? Anyways, you can't just rely on him to save the day. And you've got me to help you. We'll be fine. Fine. Right. Well, time's a wasting, as they say. Let's investigate. Phoenix is not the same character as we met in the first 3 games, is he, Di? Wait until you see him in the next game. That's the spirit! Lemieux dropped a bomb in court today. It was Darien. Lemieux said she's never forgotten a voice, right? That's so cool! I guess. What's that called again? Elephant ears? I bet that's what they're called. Somehow I don't think that means what you think it means. And she has to be wrong this time. Wrong? Why? I mean, look. Those gunshots were right during the concert. That's right. I was burning up the dance floor at the time. Right. Did you happen to look up on stage? Maybe at Darien, even? You bet I did. He is one of the Gavineers' guitarists, after all. He's so cool. Oh. Right. All the Gavineers have a rock-solid alibi. He couldn't have shot Mr. Letouce backstage. But Lemieux heard him, didn't she? She heard Darien backstage, right? Somebody's either wrong or lying very badly here. This whole case is going to flip upside down. An Interpol agent. I was wondering, what is Interpol anyways? Huh? Interpol? They're the guys who catch international criminals. Interpol is short for International Police. They do exist in this world. Why can't they just call them International Police instead of making up some silly name? That's exactly what they're called! Yeah, anyways, you think he was investigating Lemieux? What? Why would anyone do that? She's not a criminal. She couldn't be. Don't be fooled by appearances is all I'm saying. But remember, I'm a magician, Apollo. I can spot a paled coin at 50 paces. If only it were that easy. In any case, we know he was working on something. I wonder if it was something that has something to do with something. There's a lot of something in that sentence. Right, Di? That's something being our case. That last something, I mean. There's even more something. Something like that. There are even more something. Whole bunch of something. Frankly, the whole thing is making my head hurt. What was Mr. Latus up to? Ah, ha 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 ha. Trucy, was that another one of your tricks? It wasn't me! I can't even make Mr. Hat laugh like that! Wherever the mundane gives way to miracles, a word is whispered. Grammare. Hey, the other day... Eek! Who's there? We didn't just imagine that, did we? He was wearing a silk hat. Friend of yours? Hardly. We meet again. Nice to meet you. Who are you? And could you please stop smirking like that? It's you, Uncle Valent. Uncle Valent? He's your uncle? No, silly. It's the great Grammare, Valent Grammare, the grand magician. Yes, it is I, the great Valent Grammare, as seen on television. And could you please stop smirking like that? It's been a while, Miss Juicy, 7 years to be exact. Hey, how you've grown. Good to see you again, Uncle Valent. Yeah, you look exactly the same. I hate to intrude, but what is a great magician doing paying us a visit? I believe it was you who wished to see me. So be quick with your questions. And do not quail, quake, or quiver. I am quite tame. Though my stardom may steer the sight, I'm quite down to earth when need calls. He does have a certain aura to him, it's true. Let's ask him about the case, Apollo. His aura sure isn't lost on our magician in the making. He's practically drooling with enthusiasm. After all, Uncle Valent's one of Daddy's best friends. That's why I call him Uncle. What? Daddy? You mean Mr. Wright? No, I mean my real daddy. This is real father? Wait, Apollo. Don't tell me you don't know about the Trupe Grammare. Trupe Grammare? Huh? No. See, this is the reason why I feel that a lot of people has mispronounced the word grammare. Because right there, grammare. A lot of them pronounce it grammary. Grammare. But it doesn't sound kind of familiar. Oh, lost life. Lamentably listless lad. That was very tough to read. Do not know the greatest troupe of magicians on the planet. Valiant Grimari, the name began to surface in my mind. It was a name I'd heard on television as a kid. You bet you've heard that name! He made a cruise ship disappear and blew up an amusement park. Oh, and he made all this gold disappear from a safe and then escaped from a high security prison. You said he is a magician? Open the lock to heart chain. My Metacritic. This is the true miracle of the Trupe Grimari. Wait. What, Apollo? You remember. Seeing you on television a long time ago. Weren't you with someone else, like a duo? Duo? Yeah, you had a partner. Something Grimari? Yes, Zach Grimari. Masterful maker of magic. A capable crafter of shining showmanship. Zach Grimari. We're going to learn a little bit more about him later. Why is everyone so quiet? Daddy. Daddy? Huh? Oh. No way! Once upon a time, Trupe Grimari included two grand magicians. Myself, Valiant Grimari, and my partner, Zach Grimari. And this Zach he was my real daddy. Who's his father? A magician? I guess it makes sense. I had no idea. There wasn't much point in talking about it. Not now that he's gone. Oh. I'm sorry. We're going to learn a little bit more about Zach Grimari's death later, too. No, it's okay. I'm not lonely. I've got my daddy after all. And you make me laugh, Apollo. But I'm good for comic relief at least. Not that I see Daddy around much these days. I've been remiss in remembering my reason for my visit. Reasons? Two, in fact. The first being, of course, to see you, Miss Trucy. You don't know how happy I am to see you again, Uncle Valiant. I'm sure you are. Not one for modesty, are you? When I encountered you at the Coliseum the first time in 7 years, I could feign not contain my emotions. I wept ocean. And to learn you now defend that poor pianist, the blinded boy, 'twas a hot topic of talk amongst the staff, you know, and defend him you did. Well, it wasn't all my doing. I'm his defense attorney, actually. My only reason for coming here today was this. That's a videotape. 2025 and they still have videotapes. We're in 2025 and we're going back to record players. Decade before was CDs, we're just going back to records. The oldest form of media is records and they've come back. What's next? Cassette tapes coming back? I don't know if I'm going to see cassette tapes come back in my lifetime. Quite so. A recording of the concert, no less. This is telling me that VCRs and VHSs are going to come back with 4K quality. The only problem is they need to create a reel in a VCR that spins the VHSs faster. Because a VHS only runs at 30 frames per second. I brought it for you, Trissy, on behalf of Chupe Gramari. Will you watch it? Sugar, sugar, oh, that night in your embrace, when you stole away the keys, my heart held on to so tight. Pleasure, but a fleeting melody. It wraps itself around me, and now through the air I fly. Oh, burning on in my heart, fire, burning my love away, all the way, like a bullet of love. Fire, take my life away, all the way. Guitar, guitar, up together to the sky. Wow! It's almost as good as it was live. So, what's the word? Mysterious? There are more mysterious things than her song going on. Way more mysterious. This valiant Gramari has good reasons to be here today. I wonder what he has reasons here to be at concert. Videotape received from Valiant. Now, there's a reason why we have the videotape. So I was wondering, that's done in the middle of the song there. I didn't see a stunt. What about when Lamar vanishes and reappearing? Oh, that? I guess I'm so used to seeing that happen I didn't even notice. So young to be so jaded. A simple sleight of hand and a petite prestidigitation. That's a long word. Prestidigitation. Can you say that, Di? So this word also appears in another video game. You played Dragon Quest on the Switch, it's there. You will come across a character or an enemy in the game. In the original NES port or Famicom port, whichever, they were known as magicians. On the remake, they ended up calling them prestidigitation. Personally, I was confused as to why they called it that, but I had a mild guess that they had a certain number of letter characters that they could use on the NES. So instead of prestidigitation, they became magicians. A modicum of magic for me, to you. So that's why you were at the concert? Yes. I was there to watch my trick take to the air. So you're the one who knows how it's all done? Of course. I am like a deity, with the stage as my domain. I suffer no mystery upon those floodlight boards. Not grasp tightly twixt my fingers. It is a potent, primeval power I possess. Well, you think you could tell me how it's done? Hey now, Lucy. That's like totally against the rules, Apollo. Not during a murder investigation, it's not. Mas none, for my illusions are mine alone, monsieur. Also what? Recall that the terrible occurrence happened later. Well, after my illusion entranced the audience. Oh. Don't even ask. I won't answer. Too bad for you, Apollo. Whose side are you on? I, Violent Grimari, now make my leave, Miss Trucy. There's no need to rush, Uncle Valent. You should stay a while. I'm afraid I cannot. I may not. I shall not. I have been asked to assist with an analysis, or so I shall slink back to the scene. So, you'll be at the concert venue today? Correct. If you would call on me, come to the Coliseum. See you later, crocodile. What a whirl of... With a whirl of his cloak and a wink of his eye, he turned, walked out through the door. Normally. Alright. Twitchbot. Alright. A magician walking out the door normally. What's your thought on that, Di? Well, there you go, Apollo. Let's get cracking. Right. Violent Grimari. Got a few more things to ask him. Foremost among them, that bit of magic that made Lammeror disappear. And now he knows Trucy and her real father. So, we gotta move someplace else. Something tells me we're not gonna be able to use the detention center yet. July 9th, detention center. Visitor's room. Machi may not be guilty, but he's still a suspect. But they don't even have any decisive evidence. Yeah, but only someone as small as him could have gotten out of that room. Right, the air vent. And he lied. Lied? Machi Tobe can see. Oh, he's here. However, am I going to be able to speak to him? Ah, Machi! Speak of the devil. He looks like he's doing okay. I forget. Why did we come here? Not like we can talk to him or anything. Words are overrated. Feelings are what matters, Apollo. Kind of hard to build a court case on feelings. But since we're here anyway, might as well get what we want to say off my chest. You need something to complain to, I'll listen. I think she's actually worried for me. So, what did you think of the trial today? You thought he doesn't understand English after all. If he did, he would have been scared out of his mind by that trial. Hey, all's well that ends well. You have to be more goal-oriented. If he's innocent, we win. No, If he's found not guilty, we win. Machi might not understand English, but I bet he gets that better than you do. Huh? I'm glad Lamar testified. What a great person. She even got Machi off the hook by naming another suspect, Darian of the Gavineers, the detective. I wonder if Machi knows what happened. I mean, if he could follow how the trial went at all, if no one told him there was a new suspect, how would he know? Hey, what is it, Apollo? No, nothing. I must be imagining it. Imagining what, Apollo? It's just, I couldn't help but feel that, I don't know, Machi? He doesn't understand what we're saying, right? How could he? He's a young Virginian. He doesn't speak English. Yeah, my bracelet's reacting to him. Huh? Maybe it's malfunctioning. Or it's scared because you keep making those I'm so mad faces. Was that bad? Machi lied about not being able to see. But what if that's not all he lied about? If you're curious about it, there's only one thing to do. You know, in a situation like this, what do you think Phoenix Wright would do? You remember, right? Go ahead, type it out. I'm sure you remember it. You know what they're called? Did you forget what they're called? Locks. Psych locks. Yes. Phoenix Wright would use the Magatama, and he would unlock Cyclox. Cyclox with an E. You should ask him. I think it'll take something big to get to him. Some kind of undeniable evidence. We'll be back, Machi. So, Machi, you can see, right? Machi can see and Lamar can't. The whole world's gone topsy-turvy. Sorry, Apollo, I don't think we're going to get any information out of Machi. Which makes sense. Yeah, I guess it does. Static image. July 9th, Sunshine Coliseum. Woo! What a great day! It's perfect weather for sleuthing. The weather matters for an investigation? Doesn't some days just feel like magic days or defense days? You know, some investigators says they find better clues in the rain. Sure, let's get started, shall we? Right on. Show us your stuff, Apollo. What stuff? Your voice training. This is the perfect place for it. I did enough at home, thanks. There's no need to be shy. Keep that up and you'll never make it on the big stage. I'm happy in the courtroom, thank you. I'm a lawyer. So, do you remember the Sunshine Coliseum from the last game die? You could say yes. Though it doesn't really look much like a coliseum, does it? Coliseum is like round. You look at the Roman areas where they had the old coliseums, they were round. Not exactly a coliseum shape. Then you're in luck because it's lawyer weather today. Don't you just want to face the blue sky and shout, "Objection!" Look, the weather has nothing to do with lawyers. Let's get going, alright? July 9th, backstage hallway. Ah, Mr. Attorney. Lemuror. I'm sorry about today. Hey, there's nothing you need to apologize for. You were merely defending Machi. You okay? I mean, humans are blessed with 5 senses. Even robbed of one, get by. Though it does make being a witness rather difficult. Speaking of seeing, you knew who we were before we spotted you just now. And we weren't even talking. I heard your footsteps several times the day before. Oh! You must have great ears. Ears that heard the crime taking place. So she claimed yesterday. But how? That was quite a statement you made today in court. About hearing Darian Crescen's voice at the scene of the crime. I did not know his name. But I never forget a voice. Wait! Amore? Is something the matter? That voice just now. It was him! I'm sure of it! No way! As I said in court, I was on my way backstage from the stage. That is when I heard his voice. I'm guessing Darian and Mr. Latouche were talking about something. The next moment I heard those gunshots. Why didn't you call security? To be honest, though the noise was quite frightening, I never imagined the gunshots might be real. And I was in quite a hurry myself. I left the scene at once. So, it really was Darian's voice that she heard. Yeah. At least, she certainly thinks it was. I met Machi before my debut as Lemuror. I was singing in a restaurant in Virginia. And he was playing the piano? Yes. He was very kind to me when he learned I could not see. Is that when you started playing opposites? With Machi pretending he couldn't see? Ah, no, it wasn't then. That began after our major debut. After I became known as the landscape painter in sound. It must have been tough for Machi, pretending he couldn't see, and all the while acting as your eyes. We held hands always. He would write with his fingers on my palm to signal to me some things I should know. He is smart, gentle boy. I think I see what she's getting at. Machi would never harm a soul. About Mr. Latouche. Ah, yes. He was an Interpol agent, I hear. So you had no idea? Of course not. No one did. I guess that's what it means to be undercover. But someone was after him. I had to know who he really was. Why did he pose as my manager? Do not understand. I have no idea. I can only assume that he was investigating me. But why? What makes you think that? Perhaps it is not so, but I cannot deny the possibility because of my condition, as my present is veiled in darkness, so too is my past clouded from memory. Clouded, right. The darkness that I fear is not the darkness that I see whenever I open my eyes. The real darkness lies in my heart. In your heart? I have no memory of the time before I became Lemuror. I woke from darkness into darkness, and you might say, I was singing in a restaurant those days. What was it that she said about not being able to remember the light? I do not know my past. Perhaps I committed some terrible crime in my past. Everything before becoming Lemuror is lost to me. But I don't think you... I can think of no other explanation. Why else would an agent of Interpol approach me? Do you think your past might be related to this case? No way! That seems really unlikely to me! I mean, you're such a sweet person, Lemuror. I thank you. Machi, too, tells me this often when I fear who I might have been. We took a look at the performance again. It was even better the second time. Thank you. That reminds me. That was an incredible illusion you pulled off. Illusion? When you teleported from one stage to the other, remember? Ah, yes. Apparently they hired a professional magician, Balin Grimari. I was wondering, do you think you could tell us? Do you think you could tell us how it was done? I'm afraid I cannot. Mr. Grimari made me swear to never tell a soul. I was afraid of that. Hard to be a magician if you can't keep a secret, you know. Ah, I am reminded that I wish to speak to you about something. Yes? When I was walking this hallway before, I stumbled upon a small device of some kind. It was lying on the floor. Device? Maybe you mean this? That's been lying there since the day before yesterday. Might I touch it? I thought as much. What? What did you think? This is one of our heads. Everyone on staff wears one during a concert. I wonder whose this is. We use it for communication. It would be quite inconvenient should it go missing. We'll hold on to this for you then. We'll give it to Prosecutor Gavin when we see him. Yes, that's best. Thank you. So, can I put it on? Headset attached to Trucy. Attached? I'm not some kind of robot, Apollo! Everyone on staff was wearing one of these headsets. This might warrant some further inquiry. So I think we're completely done with her. So I think we're going to go in order from top to bottom. I don't see anything in here that we need, so... Nothing in there either. Let's go to the stage. Gotta be something in stage. July 9th, in the wings. That song. Isn't that the one Lamar was singing? Yeah, you're right. The Guitar's Serenade. Wow! I'd love to do a show on stage like this. I'd come to see that. The house is full, and as one, the audience sighs with wonderment. There I am, singing my ballad, rose petals swirling through the air. Not bad. Wait, aren't you a magician? Oh! That's right, I was the magician, wasn't I? Some dedication. Aha! If it isn't Miss Josie, and indeed it is, Uncle Valent! What exactly are you doing here? I take real responsibility in tasks undertaken. I am inspecting my equipment of illusion to make sure naught is amiss. The Lemur teleportation illusion. Oh. Should anything go wrong, it would reflect poorly upon me and my trooping. As I went about my exacting examination, I happened to notice that piano. And I remembered that fair lady's melancholy melody. Hey Apollo, maybe Uncle Valent can shed some light on this whole thing for us. I was wondering about the show the night of the murder. Lemur's vanishing act was your illusion, right? Indeed, the purple prosecutor petitioned my performance. At the climax of the song, he said, "Make her disappear, like a dream." Like a dream? Yet, what can I work with on? A stage meant for musical endeavors? There are none of the conveniences of a stage built for sorcerer's acts. It was a challenging task, and so I accepted. She disappeared from the top of the tower, but in order to move, you would have had to use some sort of secret tunnel. People come to me again. My illusions are custom made from time. Now, because of the murder, all the eyes of the nation are on this concert. Not a bad thing as far as the fortunes of Troupe Grimoires are concerned. So, you were here checking up on your trick to make sure it went well? And went well it did. Now, speaking of pianos, that piano over there troubles me. It troubles you? Why? Why? Why do you ask? Why? I think it's probably quicker if I just go check it out myself, thanks. Let's do that now. That's one big piano. I've never actually played one. You should get Mr. Wright to teach you sometime. No good. He can't play either. I kind of feel bad for the guy now. Maybe now's my big chance. Stand back. This could be the debut of a prodigy. Eh? Did you make that noise just now? Let me try it again. You know, I think something's stuck in that piano. Time to take a look under the hood. Huh? Look! This was stuck between the strings. It looks like some kind of switch. Someone must have thrown this into the piano. Switch placed in my pocket. I know what you're thinking in the head of yours. Grimari, yes, you say. I recall seeing him on television. Something of that sort? Actually, yes, you're right. Wow, he just made your mind, Apollo. He just said that before they left the Wright anything agency. Or everyone tells him that and he made a good guess. It was 20 years ago. A young magician, genius of his time, came down among us. His name was Magnifi Grimari. It was he who began the great Trupe Grimari. At his prime, not a day passed that he did not play upon the scenes of every TV there was. I do have a vague memory of someone like that on TV. Yet several years ago, that time came to an end. My troupe pulled a vanishing act, yes. Cries for magic no longer heard, the TV screens a barren waste, stripped of illusion. That's not true. I still went to all your shows. Like that one in the parking lot down at the supermarket. When you started playing in supermarket parking lots, you know you're in trouble. We hone our skills at these small venues, always awaiting our time. Yes, one day we will arise up from obscurity onto fame's shining stage once more. I do this not only for the magic that is Grimari, but for my partner. Your partner? You mean, yes, Zach Grimari, Lucy's father. Before he disappeared 7 years ago, there was no name greater than Grimari in show business circles. None. I will see us return to glory. I, valiant Grimari. Di, before I continue, do you get the reference with Zach and Valiant? Look up names, look up tack and talent. Let me see if I can. Tack and talent can refer to a few different things depending on the context. One possibly is tack communication. See. Yeah, there's a reference behind that. There's a bunch of references in this game. Tack and Talent's one, Zach and Valiant. Oops, wrong controller. Our founder, Magnifi Grimari, was truly a genius, a worker of miracles. I'll never forget the one I saw when I was little. How he made that whole jumbo jet go. What happened to the jet again? Apparently someone doesn't remember as well as they thought. Of all the world would-be magicians, who came to his door. Only Zach and I had the talent. In no time at all, Valiant and Zach were the shining stars in the Grimari crown. Cool, huh? And Zach Grimari was my daddy. Now that Magnifica and Zach are gone, I have but one wish. Let it be I, Valiant Grimari, who brings the Grimari miracle back to the big stage. I'm rooting for you. Miss Trucy, you cannot grow up quite quick enough. I need your skills by my side. One skill coming up. How do we manage to get off the topic of the caves so quickly all the time? Words cannot express my shock and charge. All I can see before me is this stage and me upon it. Nothing smaller, nothing less radiant catches my eye. True, you're getting on it years. Not much time left to make your mark, huh? This is not how I was saying it. So he doesn't care about what I have to show him? I get the point. I was wondering about the stunt in this video, right in the middle of the stage. I didn't see a stunt. Oh, that. I guess I'm used to seeing that happen. I didn't even notice. So young to be jaded. So jaded. A simple sleight of hand and a petite prestidigitation. A modicum of magic for me. So that's why you were at the stage concert? Yes. I was there to watch my trick take to the air. So can you tell me how you did it? Whoa! You can't just ask that sort of thing, Apollo. Lucy? It's against the rules to ask the magician how they did it. Not when you're doing a murder investigation, it's not. Well, you might have a point there. Will you tell us, Uncle Valiant? It is against all that is sacred to inquire as to how a trick is performed. Okay? So you tell me how he did it, Trucy. But I don't know. Come on, you're a magician. Aren't you part of the same secret club? Okay. Okay. I'm double checking these areas. Because I end up going around in a circle in this area. Because if there's something that I'm missing, so I have to be here. Alright, so what's this? Look at all the electronics. They must be sound related. Doesn't seeing a bunch of machines like this make you want to just fiddle with them? Come on, can I Apollo, please? No, no fiddling, you'll break something. If you're going to make an omelet, you gotta break some eggs. That's what Daddy always says. These eggs look kind of expensive. Still can't believe we found Machi and Mr. Lutus up on top of that tower. Yeah, I used to not like high places. Now I hate them. It's not like it would have been nicer if we found a dead body closer to the ground. So that reminds me, Daddy's bad with heights too. Huh? No kidding. He took me on a Ferris wheel ride a while ago, you know. Halfway through, his face got all green. He mumbled objection over and over. I can just imagine that. Objection. Poor guy. Now that's a big instrument case. That's a case for a contrabass, I think. You could fit 20 violins in there, I bet. It may look like a violin, but it's a completely different instrument. You could fit 5 truci in there, I bet. Hey! Are you comparing me to an instrument? I wonder who left it sitting open like this. That's the ladder we used to climb up the stage tower. Not a moment I'm likely to forget anytime soon. Me neither. I'll never be able to climb another tower again without thinking about it, you know? I'll never be able to climb a tower again, period. I gotta present something to him. I guess I'm done with him. He's not going to respond to any of those. Can I ask you about this headset lawnmower? You said that all concert staffs were wearing one? That's correct. You need them to communicate across such a large stage. Everyone on the staff had one, of course. And all of the band members too, I should think. The prosecutor Gavin and his lackeys had them on too then. They're quite helpful, though limited. They only work within 30 feet or so. After all, they're only for use on stage. And a stronger signal would interfere with the signal system. That makes sense. You'd think someone would notice if they dropped their only communication lifeline. But why was this one lying here? Do you think you could tell me about this? Okay. There we go. We triggered something. July 9th. Nightmare's dressing room. Well, we know who that is, don't we, Di? Uh-oh. There's only one person I know who can munch with such venom. What are you doing here? Hello, Emma. You're looking as grumpy as ever. Oh, am I supposed to be happy? You give me the second degree in court, and Prosecutor Gavin makes me look like a fool. We're talking about the bloodstained Mr. Latouche left. My department chief had a field day with that one. Even a blind person could see the shooter wasn't blind. Funny guy, huh? But that bloodstain helped uncover the biggest mystery of all. Now we know that Mr. Latouche was really with Interpol. We wouldn't have found that out without you, I suppose. Maybe that's why the chief gave me these after he was finished chewing me out. Said it was my reward. Are chocolate snackos popular down at the precinct or something? I was hoping we could check out the crime scene again. Be my guest, you're not going to find any clues in here. Though I did find something strange. Something strange? I'm at my embarrassment quota for the year, that's for sure. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? Ow. I mean, think about it. Now you don't have to be embarrassed about anything else all year. She has a point. She has a point. She has a big point. Leave it to a 15-year-old girl to make out a big point. If only it worked that way. It just bugs me to think that little kid outsmarted me. And it makes him even more suspicious now that we know he can see. He could have seen the air duct, and he could have shot that revolver. But that's not how it sounded in Lamour's testimony. You mean her saying she heard Detective Darren's voice at the scene? That's right. Why can't we have a normal, straightforward killing once in a while in this country? Because if that was the case, we'd be able to solve a whole bunch of murder cases. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Was that true, what you said in court today? You know, about the case? About how everything was happening according to the song lyrics? The guitar serenade, you mean? I found the link, you know. First, Prosecutor Gavin's heart-shaped key ring was stolen. Then Lamrior flew through the air. Then, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar caught on fire. And in the end, a bullet took Mr. Latouche's life. And he went up into the sky with a guitar. Oh, 15 feet up at least. It is kind of hard to chalk it up to coincidence. I know. And I found it. You think the same person did all this? Has to be. Don't ask me. I didn't do it. Neither did I. I couldn't fit through the air vent anyway. What? You all think I did it? Sometimes I worry about that, girl. So what did you find? It's so little I must have passed over it yesterday. I found it under the sofa. What is this? Part of some device, I think. I haven't a clue what. The bit sticking out from the end looks familiar, so I had it examined. Turns out it's an antenna. Oh! Like on a Beetle? Like on a cell phone. This device must use an electronic signal of some sort. An electronic signal, you say? What do you think we should do? Do you think you could take a look at this? Small device. Looks like a transmitter. A transmitter? You press this switch here and it sends out a signal. No idea what it's for though. Signal. You mean an electronic signal? What is it, Apollo? Say, Emma, you know that strange object you said you found? Oh, this? Let me try pressing this switch. It's on fire! Emma's device is on fire! What's the big idea? Well, now we know what this is. An igniter. This part here must work like a lighter. It nearly lit me out, that's for sure. Hey, don't look at me like that. I didn't do it on purpose. I suppose. At least we're getting somewhere with this case. Hey, Apollo. Let's ask Emma more about this switch. Now that she has some first-hand experience. The kind of first-hand experience she didn't want to have. What are you trying to do? Burn me alive? Come on, it was just a few sparks. Says you weren't the one holding it. There's enough sparks flying around here just with you two talking. God dang, Trixie. Are we sure she's 15 years old? She acts like she's already 21. Hi. What do you want? You want to be on camera? Why what? Somebody made a cameo appearance, Di. I'm pretty sure you probably heard him. So, are you liking Trucy, Di? Anyway, now we know this is the remote for an igniter. Let me see that for a second. Well, this is definitely a little transmitter. The signal's weak. Probably only reaches 30 feet. A transmitter, huh? Remote trigger updated in the court record. Incidentally, if you look at a cross-section diagram of the stage area, let's see, 30 feet from Lemur's dressing room. That covers the backstage completely. It also looks like it would cover the stage. It kind of seems unlikely anyone would use this on stage. Forum diagram added to the court record. I'd best be getting on with my investigation. I'll have to look for more clues elsewhere then. I feel better just knowing what this thing is now. I'll have to look into igniters a bit more later. Good luck! I'd like to know a bit more about igniters myself. Igniter updated, added to the court record. Okay. We don't need to talk to her no more. We have one more room to go in. And it's empty. Can we present anything to her? Alright. I think we're probably done here. June 9th, Sunshine Coliseum. What? Come to laugh at the murderer? Darian! The old bag opens her pie hole and wham bam, my life goes down the chute. Thanks. They won't let me work under while I'm a suspect. Darian isn't in the best moods, is he? Not many people are these days, it seems. It is a crime scene, not exactly the happiest place to hang out. Then Gavin had her go rub salt in the wound. My alibi's rock solid. Rock solid! So, about your alibi. You have to ask? The shooting happened right in the middle of the third set. That's right. Or did it? The music was blaring when we heard those gunshots and found Mr. Latouche dead. I've got 10,000 witnesses who saw me there, too. Right there on that stage. Your guitar playing was something else. Thanks, little lady. See? We found that his playing was garbage. This whole thing's a sham. I can't believe they aren't letting me work. There's no need to yell at me. It's Lamuror's fault. He was the one who said she heard it. It's his voice at this moment of the crime. Man, I never even talked to that old windbag. How could she possibly identify me? They won't let you work. He won't let me work, Gavin. Says I gotta lie low till the suspicion is cleared. What suspicion? He can be such a stick in the mud. Mr. Gavin, a stick in the mud? He may look all flashy and showy, but he's straight as an arrow, man. Except when he's depressed. You hear him whining the other day. Oh, you mean the thing with the mixing board? And then there was that performance just now. What was that all about? This porter's off. Which is that? Second guitar. Ah! It was you, Darian. He's just a perfectionist is all. Not a bad guy, really. Well, I think the Gavineers are the best. I have all your albums. The band's fine, too. Gavin can write a good tune. I'll give him that. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Prosecutor Gavin around much. Oh, him? He's down at the prosecutor's office, most likely. Prosecutor's office? Never been there, have I? Yeah, the victim should have come in from Interpol. Normally, I'd be down there dealing with it, normally. Apollo, let's go check it out. I've always wanted to see the prosecutor's office. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. Right on. Say hi for me, okay? Oh, and screw you. And tell him I want into the crime scene. We'll be going now. Hey, wait. Yes? What do you really think happened? Really? You don't think I did it, right? Well, great. Way to instill a guy with some confidence. Just remember, I was ripping it up on stage when it happened, okay? Ripping. Don't get led astray by some siren song, eh? Get this one wrong and you'll be eating humble pie for a year. I'll bake it myself. Let's not talk to him anymore, alright? Back to Darren Cassandra. He's one stone I'd leave unturned if I had a choice. July 9th, Prosecutor Gavin's office. Well, it doesn't really look like Miles Edgeworth's office. So, this is it? The Gavineers' head office? It's not the band's office, it's the prosecutor's office. Yeah. So that's why I'm asking. What is this creepy thing? Object. Whatever. Looks like Prosecutor Gavin's on the phone. Oh well, guess we'll have to come back. Or we can hide behind the bookshelf real quick like. That little tiny thing on the desk? That's eavesdropping. Why? We'd just be waiting quietly so he won't notice. What if we heard something scandalous about the band? You'd make a good reporter for a gossip mag. What? A replica? So why was he after it in the first place? Yeah, Lettuce. Lettuce? Look, don't talk to me about these Borginians, okay? Just get me that report, chop chop. And stop leaving mysterious objects in my office, okay? Sounds like this when I start to mysterious. Huh? Hiya! Just thought we'd drop in. Hope you're not mad. How could I be? There's not enough tea in the world in any case. I think there's more in reality now than there was there. I think a fairy says tee-hee a lot too. Am I right? Have a seat. Prosecutor Gavin, the philanthropist. Watch and learn, Apollo. So, who have you come to see? Huh? Javier? The guitarist of the Gavineers? Or Prosecutor Gavin? Score to the courtroom. What do you think he means, Apollo? I think he's giving us a choice. We could either ask him about the concert or the case. Which way to go? Ah, that reminds me. Did you see the paper today? Yes. I always read the TV section. Good girl. How about you, Freud? I read the funnies. Then you will not have seen this. Concert of Tragedy. The Prosecutor's Deadly Song. Talking about the guitar serenade. Ooh, is that a new song? I haven't heard about that one. It's not a show. It's an article. News, you know. Oh, does this have anything to do with the case? Since getting back from the trial, my phone has been ringing off the hook. How does it feel to take a man's life with a song? Have you ever hummed a man all the way to death row? Do you think you could sing for me over the phone? It is endless thanks to the case you made today, of course. Oh, that was all Apollo's idea. Hey. Is that a newspaper over there too? Oh yes, the Virginian Daily Bugle. Go ahead and take it. It's written in Virginia. Thanks, but I can't read Virginia. Oh, that's right. Suffice it to say, this is big news over there as well. Though they didn't go so far as to mention the lyrics to my song. Probably no one in Virginia should believe it. It's probably seen as just a theory at this point. The journalists didn't see the need to mention it. That makes sense. I hardly know what to think of it myself. Virginian newspaper added to the court record. Lemuel's testimony will probably be in the evening edition, I imagine. Which is why I've had Darian step down from the investigation for now. Yeah, we ran into him moping in front of the Coliseum. Lemuel was my invited guest, so it is a rather delicate situation. You can understand how much I want to solve this case quickly if possible. I really love that song. It has such a great atmosphere to it. You co-wrote it with Lemuel, if I remember correctly? That's right. It was last year. I'd gone to tour Virginia's legal system, as a matter of fact. And that's when you heard Lemuel's voice? It was a small jazz club. I wept that night. I knew I had to meet her, to talk with her. So I used my influence, which is not inconsiderable, to arrange a meeting. Wow, prosecutors really have a lot of clout. I think he's some sort of special case, Trucy. Thankfully, she liked the work I did, and we wrote a song right there backstage. Machi and piano. The dulcet voice. And myself on stage that I borrowed from Lemuel. And music history was made. Probably not an experience your average lawyer would ever have, like Apollo say. It is a memory I hold dear. The song we wrote that night was this. And that very song is right over there. You mean this tarred lump? Don't call it a lump. That's a piece of history. And it's only brown, not really charred. No matter. I shall never sing that song again. I wouldn't have used that guitar again either, even if I could have. What happened during the song anyway? Why did his guitar suddenly catch on fire? Do you think you could show it to us? Your charred, slightly burnt guitar? Sure, he doesn't mind. What more could happen to it? Okay, let's take a look at this guitar. This was an impressive bit of pyrotechnics that did this. That's a guitar from the concert, isn't it? I thought it was one of the staff playing a gag on me. I never guessed that wasn't the end of it. I had a specialist analyze the guitar incidentally. Oh, did you find anything out? He did have a lot of time, so it's still unclear. But the results he came up with were intriguing. Intriguing? How does the guitar tie into everything that went on? Sounds like something we should ask about. It was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovely for many years. guitar befitting a woman like Leonore. How did it end up here? He gave it to me. I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night, and she made a present. So this guitar is from Virginia? That it is. We couldn't carry it on the plane. Changes in air pressure and humidity ruined the wood. So we vacuum packed it in Leo's studio. I use a special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. They brought it right up to my office for me. Pristine and untouched. See, prosecutors do have a lot of clout. I still think he's a special case. Such a valuable guitar. Too bad it got burned. Prosecutor Gavin's guitar added to the court record. What was it that you were saying earlier? Something about intriguing results from an examination of the guitar? That's right. What was this all about? Well, you know how guitars have a round hole in the front. It is called the sound hole. Ah, so that's what it's called. Well, they found something attached to the wood just inside the hole. A broken device of some sort. A broken device? Yes. This, in fact. The examiner is busy with evidence for the case now, however, so he'll be checking this out once he's finished with everything else. Odd. The device looks strangely familiar. And we have to show him then one of these. It has to be one of these. What is it, Apollo? A device that was found in your guitar. Take a look at this. Why, that looks like the same thing. What is it? It's an igniter. Another one? It was at the crime scene in Lamier's dressing room. Detective Sky found it, actually. At the scene of the crime? What could that mean, I wonder? And then we'll try here. Prosecutor Gavin, about this remote. Wait, excuse me? Did you say something? This remote control might be valuable ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Too early to show my hands now. You would think someone with such a loud voice would speak more clearly, ja? Alright, let's talk about this igniter. That looks like one of our Tory issue headsets. Why are you wearing it, Furlan? I thought it'd be cool. I could pretend I was constant security and stuff. Well, the time didn't start over on here. It still says it's over an hour. Well, it didn't start over in here. It didn't start over on here. And it lost. Wait, no, it didn't even lose frame either. Yeah. I don't know. It still says it's over an hour and no frames have been dropped. I don't know. Actually, we found it at the venue and thought you might want it. Oh no, please, you keep it. It goes well with your cape, Ferdinand. You think? She does look like she belongs on stage, that's for sure. Okay. a guitar serenade. Might I ask, did you enjoy it? It's a lovely song. I got all teary-eyed. Ah, yes. The cursed song that turned a concert into a tragedy, wasn't it? I was singing it for you, Flan. Wow, that's so special. It was Lemmy singing, actually. I'm glad you were moved. It is that kind of song. Ah, I've ran out of snide comments. We need to examine this. What's that on the plate there? Is that gum? Gum? Maybe he was chewing it when the phone was ringing. So he put it on the plate for later consumption? You'd think a rock star would afford a fresh stick. Don't jump to any conclusions now. That's no chewing gum. Take a closer look. Also, I really shouldn't be offering, should I? What is that? It looks like a lump of plastic. Wait, that phone call. Yeah, so that's why I was asking. What is this creepy thing, object, whatever? Looks like Prosecutor Gavin's on the phone. What? A replica? So why was he after it in the first place? Yeah, Latouche. Prosecutor Gavin. Does this have something to do with Mr. Latouche? Wait a second. You were listening to my phone call, weren't you? Who? Us? I tried to stop him, really, but he forced me to. Hey, you were the one digging for a scandal, Ms. Reporter. To tell you the truth, I'm not even sure what it is. But apparently it's a model of something undercover agent Mr. Latouche was after. This lump? Would you mind telling us what you do know about it? Okay. This was found in Mr. Latouche's bag. It's apparently a replica of something. A replica. It's a small lump about 1.5 inches long. We analyzed it, but there's not much to say other than it's a lump of plastic. Perhaps it was to be used in the identification of whatever it is a replica of. You mean whatever Mr. Latouche was after? That seems to be the most logical explanation. Well, what is it? Don't ask me, Philon. Oh? If you don't want to tell us, you could just say so. I put in a request to Interpol via my contacts in Virginia. But apparently there's a block on information somewhere along the chain. Oh? There's something either Interpol or Virginia doesn't want to share. Something about this little piece of plastic. Mr. Latouche went through all that trouble to become Lemuel's manager. Just to come to this country to find out more about this lump? And he died for it? Replica added to the court record. I've sent someone to the Coliseum to fetch Lemuel. Perhaps she knows something about it, being a Virginian. I believe that covers everything I'm at liberty to talk to you about. Oh, thanks for dropping by, Airforehead. Thanks? Why, you gave me so much information, that igniter for instance. Oh, that. I've never met an attorney so forthcoming with the prosecution. It's a big help. Or perhaps you're just a tad naive, I guess I could have hit it, but somehow showing it felt like the right thing. I could say the same to you, Prosecutor Gavin. Thanks for the information. About the strange lump of plastic. The one that Mr. Latouche was investigating. Hey, that's right! I've been thinking, her forehead. We encounter many incidents in our lives all of us. Not all of them simple. Especially not the ones where people are killing the song lyrics. That is why I tried to at least remain simple inside. And I keep a simple goal to discover the truth. That's why I like to keep relations civil, ja? That is all. I can live with that. Mr. Prosecutor? Elon? Can I ask you why you sing in a band? Ah, because I want women to turn and look when I walk down the street. That's pretty simple, too. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do. Another time, perhaps. So, July 9th, Sunshine Coliseum. Oh, it's you. You came at a good time. Hello there, Emma. What's up? Either of you know where Lamoureux is? Well, I saw her in the backstage hallway a while ago. Yeah? That's strange. What's strange? I can't find her anywhere. I was supposed to bring her to the prosecutor's office. Lamoureux is missing? It's hard to imagine her wandering off somewhere on her own. Being that she's blind and all. Yeah, we'll help you out for her. Great, thanks. Uh-oh. July 9th, backstage hallway. Place is deserted. I wonder where Lamoureux went off to. I'm sure she's okay on her own. She seems resourceful, I guess, but I can't help worry about her a little. I'm thirsty, Apollo. Want something to drink? How about this one? It's Steel Samurai Soda. Now in real steel flavor. Huh? Here, my treat. Hey, this is enough change. The machine outside are cheaper. This one is highway robbery. Looks like an instrument case. A big instrument case. There's a great magic trick you can do with one of these. Huh? What kind? The miraculous beautiful girl escapes the case illusion. So it's the girl who's miraculous, not the escape. So picky. Alright. So we're going to look on stage. We have a feeling that's where we need to go. July 9th, 4:46 p.m. in the wings. All of a sudden it's dark. What could that mean, Di? We're in for a surprise. Huh? The stage is pitch dark! The power breaker must be off for this section. Great. I'll go get someone. Yipes! It was really dark out there. Dark. That's all Lamoureux has, when you think about it. What would it be like to live in a world of darkness? Hey, Apollo? Huh? What? Doesn't something about this stage seem different to you? Do you have that feeling too, Di? Like something's changed? Changed? I can't put my finger on it, but it's bugging me. Okay. Okay. Not offhand. Oh. Oh. Now it's bugging me too. What's she talking about? Do you see it, Di? What's changed? I'll let you figure it out. Think long and hard. What thingy is gone? Balin Grimari is gone, yeah. He's not there anymore. If you're talking about the platform, it's actually there, it's just down. And it was down when we were when Valent we were talking with Valent. But that little the dark outline right behind the piano, that's where the platform's at. I'll give you a hint. It's something that's red. Yes, red. Hey, that case! Wasn't that open before? Huh? I guess someone closed it. Are you okay? I did see you hit your head. Are you okay? Dinner hit his head on the coffee table. You probably noticed it when the camera shook a little bit. Hit his head pretty good. He had to sit for a while. Andy probably should go check on him. Wait, look. Where the case closed. Something's sticking out. That doesn't look like an instrument. You don't think it's... Let's open it, Apollo! Hey, Lamior! Lamior! Emma! We have to get Emma! Lamiar was taken directly to the hospital. Emma ran around, barking orders, making phone calls. Trucy just clung to my arm. And cried. Her feelings, Trucy's feelings, will be answered later. Why she would react that way. And me? I was still in shock. 2 bodies in 2 days is too many. July 9th. 5:53 p.m. Hickfield Clinic waiting room. This looked exactly like the Hottie Clinic. Emma, how's Lamiar? Is she okay? Ah, you. We all owe you a big thanks. That's for sure. So, she's okay? Yes. She came to a short while ago. You found her before it was too late. That's good to hear. So, what happened? Someone attacked her. She was struck on the forehead. By who? We don't know. But they hit her on the forehead, right? That's right in front of her. How could she not see? Oh. Right. Would you like to see her now? Is that alright? She wants to thank you for saving her life. Lemior! Ah, Mr. Attorney. You were the one who found me? Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm just glad you're okay. Tell me, what happened? It was after I spoke with you in front of the dressing room. I sensed someone approaching. I thought it might be someone coming to see me, but they said nothing. When I went to return to my dressing room, you were hit? I knew the very moment I knew the assailant was trying to kill me. No! It was lucky for me. The first blow did not knock me out. I turned and ran for the stage. Someone was chasing me. I could hear footsteps. Yet I reached the stage first. By the stage, I had overheard maintenance people talking. Power to the stage was off, they said, for electrical work. Ah! Darkness is my ally. There was a contrabass case near the stage. That is where I hid. So the assailant couldn't see you. What's in the case? I'm afraid I passed out. Wow. That sounds like a really close call. Do you have any idea who it might have been? Unfortunately, no. Whoever it was, they said not a word. Too bad. Yet when I consider that I was struck high on the forehead, I must conclude that whoever hit me was taller than I am. Good point. He's sharp. And you're much taller than I am. You're about as tall as Apollo. So that means it was likely an adult and probably a man. Could it be him? But why would anyone attack you, Lemior? The detective asked me this too. And to hear I gave the same answer I gave you. I do not know. Lemior, I wanted to ask you about this. Do you know what this is? This is what? Mr. Latouche was carrying it. It's a replica of the thing he was after. He was after? You know, in his secret identity, as an undercover agent. So that's what he was doing. You mean, you know what? Yes, I know. Of course. This must be the Virginia cocoon. Or rather, convincing replica thereof. Why haven't I heard of a Virginian cocoon before? Why would he be carrying this around? Was it some kind of souvenir? I wonder. Okay. We don't need that. Well, they call it Virginian. It must only be found in Virginia. For certain, all in Virginia knows of these. It's a cocoon, so do you get silk from it? I do not know the details. I am sorry to say. I thought she said all in Virginia knew of these. There is one fact I do know about the cocoon now. Something all in Virginia. What's that? The cocoon? They are not to be taken out of the country. If someone does and is caught, they will be put to death. To death? Why? I do not know. Yet if Interpol was involved, I'm sure there's a good reason. But this is just a piece of plastic. He was carrying a replica, but looking for the real deal. That's my best guess. So that's what he was up to? Tracking down Borginian cocoon smuggling. Smuggling? It seemed I was marked. Marked? Life changed for me with the popularity of my songs. I began to travel around the world. Ah, so you could have brought those Borginian cocoons with you? On my trips, yes. That was probably the suspicion. And Mr. Latouche was placed as an undercover agent to look into it. Virginia is a small, sheltered country. Not many of our people venture into the world outside. Is that what they suspect? Why they suspected you? But Mr. Latouche wasn't a Virginian, was he? He was an Interpol agent, which means... What, Apollo? There must be some reason why Virginia doesn't want these cocoons getting out. Something scary enough to get Interpol involved. Huh? Like what? How could such a tiny ball of thread cause such a commotion? Cocoon smuggling. Mr. Latouche had Lemuel marked. It couldn't be her. Huh? There's one other person I need to talk to. Thank you for talking to us, Lemuel. It was the least I could do. Actually, I have another request. If it is within my power, I need an interpreter. Someone who speaks Virginian. Apollo? Would you come with us if you're well enough? I see. Yes. Yes, of course. I shall accompany you. Huh? Where are we going? Come on, Trixie. We're about to get to the bottom of this. July 9th. Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Machi. We came to talk to you about the case. Machi. Could you interpret for us, Lemuel? Yes. Machi, I'd like to talk to you about when we first met. When we still thought you were blind. Now we know the truth. You can see, right? I was completely fooled myself. Machi. Isn't there another secret you're hiding from us? He should not have understood that if he doesn't understand English. There should be no reason why he should understand that. Wait, Mr. Attorney. What do you mean by secret? What do I mean by secret? Well, we're gonna do this. If I'm not mistaken, you know something about this, don't you? Hit the nail on the head. Hey, you got a reaction! A big one! Machi, you did it! And he's still reacting to English language. Trucy and I are trained to see people's uncertainty. Now that we would have needed any training to see that one, Mr. Attorney, please tell me what this is all about. Lemure, please interpret. Very well. I know you know something about this by your reaction. You won't tell me. I might have to give it to the prosecution and have them look into it. He asked you to wait. Do not be so hasty. Machi? Do you know everything? Yes, everything. Well, sort of. Have him tell us about it. Very well. What is this? What is this cocoon anyway? The cocoon, the silk, is a potent cure. A cure? It must cure some disease. It's a cure for incurity, which is a made-up illness. It's only in this game, which is something Derek Stiles would probably tackle if it was in Trauma Center. So, think of incurities like guilt. You still remember that game, right, Di? A cure for incurities? Yeah, Annie and I still have to go and finish it, so we gotta do videos on it at some point. Replica updated in the court record. But if it's a cure, why keep it in Virginia like that? Just think of all the lives it could save by sharing the medicine. I do not understand the reasons myself. Okay, well, at least we know what it is, a cure. Mr. Latouche was after cocoon smugglers. Wait, was Machi? Machi, you weren't. He couldn't be a smuggler. He's so little. Well, you're only 15 and you're sort of a magician, aren't you? Well, that's true. I am sort of a magician. She said sort of. Oh, to have a copy of the security camera tape. Well, Machi, are you a smuggler? In English, please, Lemure. He won't tell me. His silence means yes. First he plays blind, now he plays dumb. I wonder, do you think he brought a cocoon here to sell it to someone? If Machi really did bring one into the country, was he planning on making a deal for its sale? I can't go home. Can't go home? I can't go home to Virginia. I do not want to go home. The penalty for taking a cocoon from Virginia is death. That's right, it's punishable by death. About the case? What about the case? He wants to tell us about Mr. Latouche's death? This meeting is over. Darian? What do you mean? Visiting hours aren't over yet. There's a call for Machi from the Virginian Embassy. This meeting is over. Sorry. Just give us 5 more minutes. We can call them back after that. Sorry, no go. Come on, piano boy. We're leaving. Darian, wait! I never liked you, either of you. Huh? Darn it! We were so close! He was about to tell us! Hey, Apollo! He didn't want us to hear what Machi had to say. Apollo! And there can be only one reason why. Why is everyone ignoring me? Oh, sorry, Suzette. I know who I'm after now. All happen tomorrow in court. Okay. Alright, Di. Thoughts, concerns, criticisms. So, can you guess who our killer is? Who do you think it is? Darian. D-A-Y. D-A-Y-R-A-N. Darian Crescend. Yes, that's who we think is the one that killed Romain Latouche. What was Darian's motive? Don't know yet. Well, we can take a guess it had something to do with the cocoon smuggling. Trial is going to be interesting. Let's hope you remember this word, episode. Episode 3. Episode 3. We have ended a chapter. We're going to finish off episode 3 next week. And then we'll move on to the final episode of this game. Okay. So, after the stream, we're going to do stuff for the PFL. The awards. Update on the All-Star Game nominees. Work on that. If you want to do emails today, you can. You can still do emails tomorrow. Make sure Phoenix get in and helped out instead of having a fit, because I heard that he was having a fit today. So let's take a look at this week. This week. Tomorrow's grocery is going to be not grocery stores. Fast food simulator. Wednesday is going to be Dot Hack. Thursday and Friday we're going to be doing the PFL because The Sims 3 is over with. And we'll finish off the PFL on the weekend on Saturday and Sunday. We'll have 5 games Thursday and Friday, 3 games Saturday and Sunday. Andy will have his night streams. Anything else you want to add, Di? You want to give out an update for your channel? I'm going to let you update your channel. We might be streaming again this week. Thursday and Friday. Sunday. Maybe? Okay. You'll keep us updated on that, right? Okay. So this is going to be it for me for tonight, guys. You guys all have a very wonderful night. Take care.